I told Mike 3 minutes. It's all
You're supposed to bring back those rampant, whiskey rampant.
I
anytime.
haven't seen Dwight.
And I'm gonna get you for a whole sponsor, Ed.
There he is. He's walking in.
You usually do a whole sponsor. Do I send it to the old address on Ewing or where you want it?
I've been there 53 years.
Okay. It was good to see, Sandy Rouse last week. That was good to see her. Gosh, the only ones left, Dale Wilson, isn't it? The only person left there is Dale Wilson. Yeah. I know
Who's gonna do? He's gonna run for something.
exactly. That's exactly what he's doing.
Yes.
Of course, I guess he was in the Senate long enough to get it.
And the jail.
Yeah.
And the state.
Well, I helped him when he ran for Senate the first time. Part of his district was down.
Yeah.
And I gone door to door. I asked him. My little children. Gone brown.
Yeah.
So I wish that area. So I would have. They won by 26 votes.
That's right.
To claim that
They won him for it.
because you know, I think maybe maybe
Yeah, I think it was part of the silk stocking district there in Fort Mitchell.
I had a guy who retired, worked with me, and he went to work as a city auditor in Ohio in his hometown, and St. Bernard.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah, and so he ran, like that. Won by 2 votes.
the old driving ring.
Good day, all. Good day. Good day. Very good. Let's get Wayne and Patty and Paris. We put them on some leave of absence from Wayne's health is deteriorating. Patty is sort of for one of his healthcare providers, which just we love you to get it. So keep them in your prayers. Go forward. And Tom.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this opportunity to spend time together with this group of friends. We look back on the past week and we realize that we have a lot of things happening in our world which we hate to see. We ask your forgiveness for pushing you out of places. We ask your forgiveness for pushing you out of the schools, leaving the void to be filled by evil. We ask your forgiveness for trying to amend teaching of the church and the Bible to make it fit our own agendas. Be with us as Rotarians. Help us to continue to make the world a better place. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
We pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First, speak the truth. Second,
Bear to all concerned.
third,
What the bill good relationships
informed.
Well, you benefit from the call.
Thank
Play ball.
Well, Don, do you have any updates for Bill standing? No one. Yes, we have a couple visitors with our speaker, but the speaker needs no introduction. You remember him well, do we? But we do have, not to look at that. That's good. Very good for me, right? Yeah. We have Joan Kinkle. Where's Joan? Joan, you want to stand? Tell us what you do.
Hi, I'm Joan Kinkle. Was a parent at Royal High School and was one of the leaders of the German exchange program that we have there. It's a really great program. It's 3 weeks in the fall. A group of 20 German kids come over from one high school in Germany. They come over and we find host families for them. We have a corporate sponsor, Tentacasters. I don't know if any of you guys have heard of Tentacasters. It's in Debren. They're a great company based in Germany. So this town where Tentacasters is based, we have an exchange with their high school. The president and CEO of Tentacasters went to this high school in Germany. Okay. So that's how it started. He just, it started really when George Bush was president. He had these ideas that we needed to bring our 2 countries together. And he started this exchange in 2006. So we've been doing this since 2006. I was a coordinator with another lady, Susan Schneider, for 15 years. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm just here to help them because it's still a program that's near and dear to my heart. So why I'm here is because it's getting more and more difficult to find host families from the high school. They are coming on October 2nd. Like I said, they stay for 3 weeks. So it's the 2nd to the 23rd. They come with 2 teachers who stay with me. They have 11 families and they're coming in less than 3 weeks. So it's really scary for the Germans over there, knowing they're coming here, they don't even have a place to stay. So we decided we have to expand this a little bit and maybe go to some community organizations and see if any of you guys might be interested in keeping students. They're good students. This is a gymnasium high school, which is like a high level high school. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of support that the teachers help if there's a problem. We have 2 coordinators here who help if there's a problem. I'm still kind of involved, even though I'm not. Yeah, I have a lot of information here. I won't keep talking, but I will stay. And if after the meeting, if you're at all interested, have a minor interest, come to me and talk to me and see if we can't get you to sign up because it's a really fantastic experience. Yeah. Well, I knew that was going to be asked. Don't ask people to say, Brian. So, we will arrange, we have people who can help shuttle. But what we think might work best is if we can get them to the bus stop closest to your house, if you're not in a Ryle district. And then they can take that bus to Ryle. And then the same would happen in the afternoon. Did that make sense? Yeah. Yeah.
So is the bike still involved with that?
Pardon me?
Yes, the bike page still involved with that.
Sabina Bakshi, she passed away during COVID. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Is her husband still there?
Yeah. So, yeah, she had some heart issues and got COVID. So, and Matt Turner was principal of Ryle when we started out this exchange. You need to add.
Well,
That's number one, it's a wonderful program. And if you've not traveled abroad or been involved in situations like that, it'll change your life.
Yes.
The kids are wonderful. They are well behaved and they will, just integrate right into your home there and be there with your family as well. it was 2006, I believe you said before, and Brandy Cooper, the principal at Ralph, said, Mr. Turner, you're going to Germany. And I went, and it was wonderful. It's a really neat thing that we have, that their kids come to our school and then vice versa.
That's right, I
Go to
would say
their-
that in June, we spent 3 weeks in
It
French.
truly is a great opportunity for families to have someone from Germany and just all the experiences that they will have here. And they do have a lot of things already put into place, like we'll take them down to Keeneland or some other
Yeah.
areas. They'll go up into Cincinnati to the museums and so forth. So
Yeah.
they take a lot of field trips with this
And
program.
they're all paid for by Tendon Casters, that company sponsors us very, very generously. So,
If you have a chance,
yeah,
help out or try to find someone else that can help
Yeah.
out, because it's an incredible program.
yeah, come talk to me afterwards. I'll be here and I have some papers if you're interested. So.
Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate it. It seemed to me with all the weekend Oktoberfest, there ought to be a few people, especially after they've been live, that they would take some of these kids. The news of the day, the Reds are losing to the fourth worst team in baseball, and they're still in the pennant race. So, they're doing a wild card race. I can't figure it out. I can't figure it out. But there was a big hoot day on the river yesterday. Oh, yeah. If you hadn't seen it was like a rainbow of orange going over the suspension bridge. I've never seen anything like it. To Don's prayer, you got 60,000 people that are asked to wear orange, and I would think 59,000 of them were wearing orange. It's just crazy how you can get along if you want to get along. So, I have hope in Jake Brown in the quarterback. I'm sorry about Joe's issue, but that's football. That'll happen. So. I do remember it being 70-some degrees last week too, and I don't think that's a mystery. But now we're gonna be in the 90s again. So here we go. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, sir. Just a reminder, the foundation board, we meet like this meeting. Opportunities, Sean, while you're still standing.
Yes, golf outing, October 3rd. Got some traction, getting some foursomes in. I'm very pleased at this early stage that we will have that going on. Whole sponsors is where we need help. So, if you need folks that, have $125 that they'd like to contribute to the cause. We always have, Dr. Booth taking care of the weather, so that will always be great out there. It's a beautiful place to play golf and, see wild turkey, deer, hawks, all kinds of good things. And of course, hawks might have something in their mouth as well. So we see it all out there. We got some traction with foursomes and need our sponsors.
And if you feel like paying more than $125, we're glad to accept.
Exactly.
And then on the fourth, we have the river sweep that, even though I'll talk about more. So you guys on the road. Don't forget to register for the Leadership Institute down in Lexington. Matt and I for sure are going, and we'd love to see more people do that. Attend that, and I think your video tells us about that. It's gonna be toy time here real soon. If there's anyone in here that would like to lead the cause, please, let's see. And once again, this portion is that during the, for the golf outing, not only does it scholarships, but it also supports Sunrise. They're doing a raffle for that. Everyone should have a raffle now. Please sell them, and what you don't sell, turn back in. And if you have sold some, Matt has some extra tickets that you may come see them after the meeting. It's a little quick. David. Yes, sir. You're up.
Please look in your email, starting tomorrow morning. We're going to offer another apparel program. We started this in the spring, to get some members buy some apparel to wear around with different events. That was more suited for spring and summer short sleeve times. So we're going to offer a fall version, more with long sleeves, same short sleeves if you want, but more fleece, vests and so forth. We offer the sizes in the style of the men's and ladies. So please be on the lookout for that. I'll be taking orders the next 2 weeks and Need about 2 weeks to get them embroidered and delivered and see what the slogan. Great looking shirt. That's just my big.
All right, looks like we're doing what we're supposed to be doing, Julie.
Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
And we're still doing what we're supposed to be doing. We're at 8 people now, but there's 30 in the group that comes here.
And I know people who have volunteered hours and I don't see their names entered in, so.
And the important thing about that is do it yourself, or we have a sheet over there that all you have to do is write down what you've done. And Susan, are you doing that?
Jim Ferguson.
Jim
Jim
Ferguson is
Ferguson.
doing that. Thank
You keep trying to get me.
There's no excuse. If you can't get on the deck, you can certainly write on the form and give it to Jim. I give this.
Hold on. I couldn't embed it. Yeah.
Our own Ray Paul. District Governor. I got it.
When I joined the Lawrence Grove, I soon became the treasurer and the secretary. And that's why I went to RLI way back then. And I'm repeating it now. I'm getting ready to attend my third session because it was an invaluable source of information, not only for me as secretary and treasurer, again as president, but it's just a wonderful place to go. If you're curious about this organization we belong to, the global impact we have, community impact we have, and maybe more importantly, the personal impact that you get by being involved in Rotary. As a way of encouraging you to participate, the district has agreed to pay all the expenses associated with attending RLI. You will not have to pay for lunch, for tuition, for the materials, for the class. We're covering all of it because that's how important we think it is for you to participate in a way to learn more about what we do, the impact that we have. So to encourage you, all you're going to lose is a day and some driving time. And I hope you'll take advantage. One of the great things about attending RLI is that you get to experience something beyond the four walls of your club. It doesn't mean you're signing up to be the next president or the next treasurer, but if those are goals you have in your Rotary life, this is a fantastic place to start. You're going to get a base of information that will be valuable every day you're doing your Rotary job. For presidents, if you're looking for a successor, you need a president-elect and president-elect nominee. Invite some of your Rotarians who have given some interest in being a leader to come to RLI, and they'll get a better understanding of what we expect from our Rotary Club leaders. I would like to encourage you to participate in the different offerings that the district brings to you as a club and as a Rotarian. Sometimes it's hard to understand why there's even a district here. But the primary reason is to communicate. Communicate to you and to your club the values of Rotary and how we see it changing our world. And we are changing our world. And RLI is a fantastic place to come to learn about how we're doing that, and then to take those ideas back to your club and build on those ideas, add them to your own. And let's go out together and change the world.
All right, great. All right, here we go.
Or start a podcast. That's impressive.
Took me 7 tries to get that. Oh, that's fair. Yes. And speaking of Grady, being district governor, just a reminder that we're the host club for Grady since we are his club. So, May, we all should be attending and we'll be asked roles to participate in Greg's endeavor, because he's got to take care of it also. I'm sure he'll be reaching out. We're gonna need a bigger room. Well, you already got here, we're gonna be at the hotel, the Radisson down in Dublin. This is our citizen of the year, Joe, and we'll be presenting that on the 6th of October. Anyone got any announcements or good? Yes, Michelle.
I have a check that I picked up from one of our fellow Rotarians, Whitney Stepp from Stanley and Associates. He is donating $1,000 for our September program.
All right.
Leon, I'm giving this to you now,
Hey,
so I don't
Michelle,
forget.
Michelle.
Oh, okay,
Thank
thank
you,
you very much.
Staying last week about during this presentation that has a yearly festival to help the Special Olympics. So keep that in mind. It's coming up very soon at the Lions Park. All right, Susan, 2 years. All right, very good. Not you, but he's been here 2 years. Happy dollars. Marcus.
I want to do a quick, short survey. How many of you have iPhone? Okay. That's the good news. The bad news is this afternoon, the iPhone is changing from operation of their system 18 to 26. Biggest jump, biggest change of iPad phones in the last 13 years. So when I'm telling people, I know about this, it's happening. You may want to make that change immediately or have to make the change. You'll be prepared for a lot of different changes. All good, don't get me wrong, but you know how we are. We go on automatic when we know how to use the iPhone, don't we? And bang, 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 bang. Now it's going to be bang up because those buttons are all changing. Our settings are all changing, but it's good news because it's happening. So I wanted to let you know that it's available. You don't have to download the new app for a while. So you may want to wait and see how everybody else does it, but if you're connected, like some people are to an enterprise markets where in your bank or others, you have to change the letters 18. So just prepare, okay? Just a quick update. And the other thing I want to let.
Is that a happy dollar?
For you.
Yeah.
Our sergeant of arms, whose his iPad is his clipboard, we got to bring him into the digital age.
That's right.
Last thing is my column for October is always free, is link guide to elder resources 2026. This is for your parents or your grandparents, or maybe you, okay, but it's easy links for elders and what they can do. But remember, changes happen. Thank you.
What's that app called? How would I recognize the app? What's it called?
ZelmanColumns.com. Yeah, Zelman Collins, my name, columns.com.
Okay, that's app?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can find out.
Right?
I have a happy dollar. As it is, I'm leaving on Thursday for Germany. I'm gonna go visit our granddaughter who turns 2 next week.
No.
It just happens to be on the day that Oktoberfest opens.
Oh, it's just.
Ready-made birthday party. That first day is always called Family Day, so it's a little bit calmer. There will be lots of kids. You don't have to have a reservation in one of the big tents, but I will have my lederhosen on. I'll send a picture.
Kids, you know that, don't you?
For those of you who know me pretty well,
I noticed that, yeah.
you know that I enjoy cars, especially collectible cars. Nice. And this week is really gonna be exciting because we're gonna have the very first concourse to move at the Blue Park.
Oh, wow.
Concourse is a collection of really high-end collectible cars. Nothing that I but to have that perched on the hill overlooking the city is gonna be a stellar event. So if you're open on Sunday, I highly suggest in Saturday night is it's a gala which helps children's advocacy in Kentucky. And it's a black tie event, but There's tickets open to that.
Which group is this again?
What's that?
Which group is this?
It's,
Children's Center, Northern Kentucky?
children advocacy and,
Northern Kentucky Children's Advocacy.
Oh, Northern Kentucky Children's Center. Yeah, thank you.
You need tickets for something?
yeah, they'll have tickets at the, free parking at,
Usually shuttle.
yeah.
Cool.
Very good, thank you, Don. Okay. And I'm gonna unplug mine, but you would have been.
Yes, sir.
Here are leads, kind of notes and this. Kevin Richardson is our guest speaker. Kevin serves as the Senior Advancement Director for Sunrise Children's Services, a statewide organization dedicated to bringing home and healing to children that face abuse, neglect, and trafficking. Sunrise has been serving Kentucky children since 1869, and Kevin plays a vital role in advising that mission. In addition to his leadership at Sunrise, Kevin is also a pastor of Flag Spring Baptist Church in California, Kentucky. He lives in Independence, Monica, and his son Lucas, a graduate of Western Kentucky University and Clear Creek Baptist College. Kevin brings both professional expertise and pastor's heart to critical issues facing children and families in crisis. Kevin is also deeply invested in our community. He is the president-elect of Boone County Business Associates, a board member of the Northern Kentucky Agency for Substance Abuse and Policy, and serves on the board of Baptist Life Communities and the Trinity Baptist Association. He is also ambassador of the Northern Kentucky Chamber of Commerce and active with the Great Grant County Chamber. In his work, Kevin is committed not only to addressing the urgent needs of children across the community, or excuse me, Commonwealth, but also to equipping communities to respond with compassion, and resource, and lasting support. Would you have time for me? Well, welcome, Kevin. I know you got
Well, all that means is jack of all trades, master of none. Yeah, there's a lot on my plate. Carol Lee's the one that called me, so that's why you're stuck with me today. And then she's not here, so she owes me lunch. And then Mark Lloyd last Monday, but man, I wish I could be there, but I'm like, you guys are starting to give me a calm. This is like old home week for me. Dearly miss a lot of you in this room. It's been quite some time. I don't want to say how long because that would date me and date a lot of you in here. But I dearly miss my friend John Sawyer. He was a dear friend, and as we all do. And we just hung out together a lot of talking. I want to start with we got a problem in this Commonwealth. And I will start with a video. I want you to please tune everything out and watch this video first, and then I've just got some really good comments on this. But I think the video kind of speaks for itself here.
Does anyone speak for this child? Does anyone speak for this child? Does anyone speak for this child?
How's that?
Sad.
You've got a generation that's abused, neglected, beaten down, talked down to, hurt, mentally abused, suicidal. We're sitting here in Boone County, right? So, what, you know what happened last December, right? I'm gonna bring it up. Social media is, and many times, a detrimental effect to a lot of these kids. In a lot of ways, we're losing a generation of kids. And we need to do something about it. And yes, it can get overwhelming, and yes, we can talk about everything, but yes, we can kind of set it aside if we want to. But we do that at our own peril because we need to help these kids. Why? Because they're the ones that's going to be sitting in here when we're gone. Right? And it's going to cost a lot less to do something about it now than doing it through incarceration and different methods later. Can we agree on that?
Well, yeah.
You add to that trafficking. Now, I just pulled some stats here. You hear about trafficking, it goes in one ear and out the other. And part of me, I am a pastor. I get, pretty upset about these statistics. According to UNICEF, human trafficking is the second most profitable illegal industry in the United States, second only to drug trade. The difference being, though, drugs can be used once and then they're gone. These traffickers love the children more because they can be used over and over and over. That's male and female, right? So what's happening is they're starting to find these kids, good, bad, or indifferent. I'm going to get into topic because it doesn't matter. Find these kids, get them to agencies like ours, and I'm afraid there's going to be they're going to be overwhelmed, right? Then you add to it the additional things that the therapists have to have in order to communicate with these kids, whether bilingual, whatever the case may be, and it just adds up to a train wreck. We have got to do something to provide the resources, the financials, to be able to prepare for this onslaught, because it's coming. I mean, whether we like it or not. And we need to be engaged with the future generations that are many times being lost and not being addressed. So I want to start with that. I know that's not the most positive thing in the world, but it is what it is, right? So we are Sunrise Children's Services. We started in 1869. So essentially we started at Walnut Street Baptist Church in downtown Louisville, and it was amazing because the women kept seeing kids going through garbage, going through different things to try to find something to eat, like sleeping under eaves or buildings, whatever the case may be. These were kids primarily orphaned by the American Civil War. Well, a lot of the men, and the way we think, well, that kid, his dad fought for the Confederates. You don't fool with that. Well, that kid, his dad fought for the Confederates. We don't want to deal with that. The women of the church saw those were kids in need, and we've got to do something. Right? So that's what they did. They began home to do just that. Here's the old homes, one in old Glendale down in Louisville. The Louisville Orphans Home that later became the Kentucky Baptist Children's Home. And since our beginning as a ministry, we are a ministry. We're a cooperative program offering of the Kentucky Baptist Convention, and we're very proud of that. We have taken a beating many times in politics because there are certain politicians that do not like us, and because of that, would like to see us out of business. That's why we've had to pay a big price, is to stay in business, because we have a covenant agreement with God that we're very proud of, and we have kept that, but at great cost. So in our case, not only do we have to have the funds to take care of the children, we also have to have the funds to offset the legal fees that we're having to pay still, even though we finally, after 25 years, won our First Amendment
court case of right and religion that we should have never lost to begin with. It's very simple, right or wrong. But we've been around a long time. Used to be one of the ways that we do it. The kids, during the Depression, whatever, the mother would die, the father would come by. Well, I've got a boy or two boys and a girl. I can't raise the girl. Can you raise her for me? Now, that's how we got a lot of the kids back. Of course, obviously, sometimes for the good, sometimes for the bad. But we provide 3 therapeutic residential centers, a psychiatric residential treatment center down in Danville, Kentucky, 5 foster care regions with 11 foster care offices. We are all over the state. Now, just because we don't have a facility here doesn't mean we don't serve the kids in Boone, Kenton, and Campbell. We do. And a lot of times the judges want them out of the area that they're in to try to get them out of the influences that they've had anyway. We have independent living program that helps kids that age out. When kids turn 18, they are forced to leave the system and then they're on their own. But our staff love these kids so much that they still keep track of them. And we have that independent living program to provide them a place to live and a place to work. Close to 700 kids. This is a little data. We are more than that currently. But with residential treatment, it's when a kid is, the way you get a child now through the system is they have to be removed from the home by the Commonwealth. And then they go to an agency. And then we get them in a residential treatment center, depending upon their level of treatment and where they are. And then hopefully get them farmed out to foster care. Here's the thing, and I'm sure you've heard this. I know you get a lot of coverage at the Louisville Courier-Journal on this, maybe not as much up here. We still have kids sleeping in the buildings of the L&M building in downtown Louisville and the Department of Community-Based Services building in Frankfort, sleeping in the hallways because we don't have enough foster parents. We need good foster parents to help take care of these people. If you have ever considered it, or you know someone who has ever considered it, please have them get in touch with us so we can walk them through what it takes. We have a new foster care training office down in Williamstown. We can come to you, you can go to us. We'll make it work. But kids don't need to be sleeping in hallways, right? They need to be in good homes. Foster to adopt, family services. We provide family therapy in order to try to get these kids returned and restored back to the home that they came from. Venture On program, a program to help kids who are 18 to 21 with a job and different things. And then our psychiatric center down in Danville is kids ages 6 to 18 who are the severe cases for mental health. And what's the latest, Jake? 130 bed waiting list, 130 bed waiting list.
Oh,
We talked about this in December in Boone County with the suicides. There's more of them and they have to go somewhere to get therapy. If they don't go somewhere, what can happen? We've seen it, especially here in Boone County, right? What makes us stand out? We provide that, of course, therapeutic foster care. The residential treatment, I'm very proud of this, and this is a hard accreditation to keep. We're licensed by the Commonwealth as a BHSO, Behavioral Health Service Organization, and we are a Joint Commission accredited gold seal to us. And that, like I say, that's very hard to keep, so we're very proud of that. And that's why I like to, can Sunrise take this one and Sunrise take this one? They want us to get these kids because of the outcomes that we provide. Like I say, anything social, situational, stress, anxiety, you name it. Well, if we can't do it, we'll find someone who can. These numbers are a little outdated, but it gives you an idea. Back in 23 residential campuses providing almost 20,000 days of care to 121 children. Children and families served, almost 1,300. Close to 60,000 foster parents providing 60,000 days of care to 367 children. Foster care parents, you see the numbers, The 691 is a little outdated in that a few weeks ago, we celebrated our 709th adoption. Isn't that great? That's what we want. We want them not in foster care where they're going from house to house maybe because of the trouble that they're in, but to have a loving home and to be there permanently. That's what we want ultimately. So, 6 to 18. The thing is, when I network, we have agencies, you know, that we're talking to, and we go, and I'm like I said, I'm a board member of Northern Kentucky ASAP, which is the Addiction and Mental Health Board, and they're getting younger. What do we do with this 7-year-old, this 6-year-old, this 5-year-old? What do we do with them? Can you take them? Where are we going with this, right? This is a mess. And we will take a lot of the younger ones that other agencies either cannot take or not able to do, or not able to because they don't have the therapeutic staff to do it. And they like our outcomes, sending them to us. We provide that counseling. Our ultimate mission here, of course, is to facilitate that smooth transition to get them to a loving home. Because what's the outcome then? They get out of there, then what? They're a taxpayer, providing that Christian care, hopefully a Christian. And they'll be here as Rotarians, hopefully, when we're gone. Right? That's what we're looking for. Just to break down a little bit real briefly, I know we're kind of running on time here. Our Cumberland Adventure Program is an outdoor program down in Somerset Lake Cumberland area where we get boys who are dealing with all kinds of issues, a lot of times in urban areas for addiction, alcohol and substance abuse, different things. They live in cabins there where they can enjoy camping, backpacking, canoeing, ropes course, climbing tower, and therapy ongoing 24/7. As mentioned with our PRTF, this is the boys that have the worst issues. Psychiatric and nursing services 24/7 lockdown. Now keep in mind, each one of our facilities have education. We contract with the schools there where teachers come in our locked facilities and provide education for them as well. Individual, family, and group therapy, spiritual and moral growth opportunities, recreational, educational, education and cultural programs. But if you've got a 130 bed waiting list, we just had a cottage where we added 9 more beds. What's 9 beds in relation to 130 bed waiting? We need the financial resources in order to expand these programs to take more kids. Spring Meadows facility, up to 20 males right now who have sexually maladaptive behaviors, providing housing, meals, once again, in-house education, recreational space, just to help young men, of course, get over what they have been dealing with. That is right across the road from our Mission Support Center, our administrator. Glendale is basically the same thing for Spring Meadows for boys, Glendale for girls down in Elizabethtown, essentially providing the same types of services to get the girls where they need to be, to where then they can be out in society as well. Our Solid Rock Ranch, these are a little bit old pictures. Did we have an update on that, Jake? Couple months or so. So we have been really blessed. A lady donated a large farm down in Winchester, Clark County, Kentucky, building 2 huge houses that will have house parents, and it will be for children who have been separated because a lot of times people will want to foster the younger child, but the older child has been providing the care for all of them. A lot of times we'll have to go back to the facility while the younger ones get fostered. We don't like to see that. It's a heartbreaking event when that happens. So what we're doing is they get to stay in these homes with the house parents and they get to stay together. Isn't that wonderful?
we're trying to think outside the box here and try to keep these kids where they need to be. Brand new is our One Bridge to Hope facility down at St. Catherine's property, down in Springfield, Washington County. So this is going to be adolescent females adjudicated by the Kentucky Department of Juvenile Justice. Essentially, it's going to be diversion for those girls rather than juvenile detention. Now, juvenile detention can always be an option if it doesn't work. But wouldn't it be better if we got them to their Christian agency first and tried that? Right. Very excited about that. Renting it for $1 a year on the campus of St. Catherine's. It's a 5-story building. We have the capability now of the basement, first and second floors. But we also have floors 3, 4, and 5 that we can open should the funds become available. So we're very excited about that. We're talking to county attorneys, judges, and people so we can get referrals on that as well. It's fully staffed and ready to go. I want to end here where we started. You saw that young girl video. Does anyone speak for this child? So can you imagine sitting there and nobody speaks for you? As long as we're around, as long as we have the resources available, as long as God Almighty has got us, which He has had our back for a very long time, we're going to stand in the gap for that girl until we can find her a home. Does that make sense today? That's what this is all about. I promise you. This is just different things that you can do. This is mostly through our cooperative program fund with a program to assist. Essentially, what I have is an ask for you. You pray about it. You're a Christian. About becoming a foster parent. We desperately need foster parents for these kids rather than sleeping in the hallways of state offices. That is no way to go with kids that have been removed from a home that have already had such major problems. Secondly, I passed around a sheet here locally. I would love for you to help us out with our cruise in a drive-in movie that's going to be coming out on October the 11th. And it's $25 a car load. And we're going to be showing the movie Grease. And going to have, it starts at 3 o'clock. We're going to have vendor tables, games, fun, bouncy houses for the kids, and all kinds of stuff. And then the movie will start at dusk. And we're going to have a costume contest for Danny and Sandy. You can either be good Sandy, bad Sandy. And it's going to be a lot of fun. I don't know. Jeff Boyd talked me into this, my fundraiser chair, so we'll see how this goes. But I'm looking forward to it. It should be a lot of fun. But we need financial resources, guys. I mean, I don't have to sugarcoat that. Well, they're not here. They don't have a facility here in Boone County. We have one in Canada. I promise you, I'm sure you, we take care of these kids, even though we're not right here. We take care of kids in almost literally every county throughout this Commonwealth. And we need the resources to help keep it going. Does that make sense today? Also, I brought some brochures. I can bore you to tears with all the different details. You can go to our website, sunrise.org, and you can get just as down deep in the weeds as you want on any particular program. So there's a little tab on there. I encourage you. It says give. And if you have you prayed it up, feel led to give us the resources that we need, everything else, doesn't matter, from the smallest up to the largest. And I know some people in here can write some big checks, because I know. You are door. But on a personal note, again, thank you guys so much for the opportunity. It's good to see friendly faces again, and I appreciate you guys so much. Questions, comments, throw rotten eggs at me. Does it make sense? It's tough. It's a tough conversation. Matt, you ever said,
I bet you get decent funding for the state at times, and you need more than that. But I just got wind that it sounds like the state's gonna have some budget cuts. I chair the council on aging here. And I was wondering if you heard anything like that for your service.
well, I mean, there's a push, good, bad, or indifferent for, cutting. We all know that throughout government. Have you heard anything like we did on that? I mean,
This was like Friday.
yeah. Well, that just means we need financial resources for other places even more, right? There's always that stipend that can, when you fall after. But folks, I'm just here to tell you, it's never enough. Or you can sound like, well, they're making money. I know they're not. They're really not. A lot of, these people have to be paid. What happens to us as a nonprofit, 501c3, we get these therapists where they need to be. And then another agency will hire them out, which they deserve to get paid for, right? But you know what that does to that child? It tears their heart out. Here they've been abandoned again. So I would like to see us get that financial resources to where we can pay them more and keep them in place to where they don't go to that.
Thank you, Kevin.
All right, next week we are meeting here for club assembly. See you then. Don't forget that we can, you'll see, you have an opportunity to take one of these jerseys forward.